So I'm going to be talking about gun control, and I think gun control is a very hot topic in today's news. I believe that everyone deserves the right to own a gun, but I think it's more important to push gun safety rather than gun control, because people, when you control what they're going to do, they're going to push them more to do illegal acts and participate more in illegal gun trafficking or like minors tricking adults into buying them guns, whether they know anything about it or not. And the Columbine High School shooting was a perfect example of this. Two 16 or 17-year-old boys tricked an 18-year-old girl into buying guns for them, and those guns were used to kill multiple students at their high school. It's very important for people to take guns seriously, no matter what side of the gun they're on. I think gun safety training can help them be able to defend themselves. It's natural instinct for people to go against the laws that are put on them. And the U.S. is ranked third in the world for murder. If you take out Washington, D.C., New Orleans, Chicago, and Detroit, then our ranking is dropped from third to fourth from the bottom of all the countries in the world. And those four cities have the toughest gun control laws. There are hunters that, like I personally know, recreational hunters that keep their guns locked up and safe, and they have taken classes and they've been trained on how to handle guns so they won't hurt anyone else around them. Many gun owners do not have any professional training. They just keep a gun because they want to be safe or they think it looks cool. I recently heard of a story where a father took his daughter to the gun safety classes, and he wanted her to feel safe around guns and to be able to handle herself and be capable of protecting her or her family. When she first watched people take their first shots at the target, she was jumping around and she was scared, and she told her dad that she didn't want to do it and she was scared of guns, and he told her that he brought her because he didn't want her to be scared of guns, and he wanted her to be able to be or act under pressure of a situation if she needed to handle the gun. I think a good way to help the gun or like push more gun safety rather than gun control would be to make it a requirement for new or older buyers of guns to take a safety class. Like, you have to take any type of training every time you buy a gun. And the NRA hosts many different training classes and education classes across the nation to make sure that people know how to do it. And even if you don't have a gun, you should probably be smart to go to those classes so you're educated and you could take down someone who is threatening you, either whether they have the gun or you have one to protect yourself. If anyone would want to eliminate any guns, they'd have to get more than just the firearm itself. They'd have to get rid of video games and TV shows that show any kind of gun in them, and even Nerf guns and water guns would have to be taken away. This issue will always be an issue. It's always going to be something people argue about, but I think the classes can help people understand why people want guns, and it'll help other people understand why they don't want guns. So it's more of like a step in the right direction rather than people just sitting there arguing about it. And it'll help people defend themselves and know how to take down anyone with a gun like either pointed at them or they're pointing it at someone